Yash, I've always been more of a Ghani, as opposed to devotional and bhakti worship prayer. But I had a really good friend who was a woman, and she was full-on bhakti. She was a disciple of Yogananda, and we got along really good. And she understood the Advaita path, and I understood the devotional path through her, and she understood through me. Because, see, we connected on a level that transcended the expression of what our sadhana or spiritual practice was taking. We were connecting beyond that. We were connecting depth to depth, consciousness to consciousness. Consciousness doesn't have a practice, not the pure consciousness. The localized individual form that consciousness incarnated into, that needs a practice. So, and it was so like refreshing to be in her presence, in her company, her energy. Because a lot of the Advaitas, as you know, the non-duals, it's so dry. It's like intellect talking about spirituality, and it's just very has too much masculinity in it, in a negative way, like mind, dry intellect mind that's trying to talk eloquently about the divine. It doesn't flow, like it's something, it's like, where's the love at? If you pay attention and you watch like Muji or Papaji, Ramana Maharshi, Nazar Sagata, if you watch them, and then you watch, or even Yogananda, you can find footage, listen to them talk, and then listen to your non-dual Advaita person talk. Can you sense the difference in vibration? It's just different. You can say, you can have the perfect dialogue that explains spirituality and awakening and all that. You can have a being who, like Muji or Papaji, speak those words, and you're like listening. You're like, it feels good. You're like, something's drinking, something inside. It's drinking, not drinking from your mind. But then you can listen to somebody just with the dry intellect that is imagining that they're one with something that they're not, and it has a different feel to it. Unless you're also in your mind, then you like it. Then it's like mind eating mind. It's like, oh yeah, and the intellect likes that. It's like, yeah, I got the jargon down now. Damn, I'm gonna go out and tell people. But in the heart, see, the heart knows. The heart can feel like, yeah, I'm bored, I'd rather hang out with the devil than people who just who talk a bunch of something but yet there's no realization of it. At least the devil's authentic. I mean, he does what he does. He admits it. Like, yeah, this is my job, man. I'm gonna corrupt the whole planet and make everyone just stay unconscious. I'm going to feed him a bunch of sense stimulation. This is what I'm going to do. So he knows what he's doing. Devil, mind, ego, whatever. Just using words. So if I'm listening to, if I can't tell the difference, can you tell the difference? If I'm watching somebody like Nazar Sargata or Papaji or Muji, and then I'm watching like somebody who, some young kid that says he's awake, then can you feel the difference in vibration? See, when you read vibration, you can't really be manipulated anymore. People can't lie to you. I mean, in the world or work or wherever, you're not even really listening to their words when people speak. You hear but you're reading their energy. Where are they speaking from? You're looking at that. Something does that automatically. Like, is this person one with their words? If not, they can't really be trusted. There's some agenda there. They're saying something to get something, or they don't really mean what they're saying. So you can't really trust they're going to do what they're saying, because you see what I mean? You feel everything energetically. So this is what I'm trying to say. And anyone that's against gurus or devotion or prayer, that's imbalanced. That's mind. The mind will say, like, but who am I praying to? Who am I being devoted to? Like, there's only the self. You don't say that if you've realized that. This thing. See, on paper, that might look right. Maybe you'll you'll pass the test on paper. But if you've really realized your deeper self, what does it mean you realized it? It means the individual play of consciousness realized its essence. You don't just, there's not 100% fusion and you're done. It's still, the individual sense of self remains. Isn't that nice? It can taste now its essence while still staying as the individual. You need that duality to enjoy the awakening experience that never ends. So automatically, the more you taste yourself, your essence, the individual sense of self, it's going to feel humble. It's like there's going to be some humility there. That's missing big time in non-dual talkers. Once you start to taste this humility, it feels good. You want more of it. How do you get more of it? Surrender more. Something automatically just, you kind of want to give reverence to this cosmic, supreme, formless self. So that can take the form of prayer, worship, devotion, bhajans, whatever. You don't say like, like that's just part of the dream, and you're dreaming if you're saying that. I mean, technically, like, yeah, it's still the play, but it's like the best part of the play. It's like the self is worshiping itself in a very authentic way with the seeming separation. It has to be there like that to enjoy the fusion. There has to be a sense of separation to enjoy a sense of fusion. That's why I made a video once saying, like, the real, real realization is when there's some understanding of the balance between duality and non-duality. There's too many people stuck just on non-dual concepts. Like, you don't see the interconnection and validity of the dual concepts. Something believes more in the non-dual than the dual. They're both delusional. But they're great, you see. Real self's not thinking about dual, non-dual. So sometimes the consciousness the individual consciousness has its seasons, it has its moods. Sometimes it just wants to contemplate and just feel how everything's taken place inside of its deeper essence. It just watches that. It just says, well, I'm talking right now, and there maybe some little thinking, but that's being housed in some infinite space that's not doing anything. That might be your sadhana. Another time, something wants to pray, like, thank you for giving me this experience. You're not thinking what to say. You're just saying whatever you say. It's not about saying the right prayers. Something's just voicing this gratitude and appreciation you have for experiencing life and the whole experience of fusion that takes place between the individual and your universal self. Something enjoys that, and so then it takes the form of gratitude, which takes the form of prayer or devotion. Or you sing bhajans, you worship the divine in form, Krishna or Shiva. Like that's just, what else are you going to do? Like, how is that, This is common sense for somebody who's coming truly into their self, though. You're not like trying to sell this to somebody, but those who are maybe awake to this already, but maybe maybe it's a little dormant. So then we make videos and we try to activate it, you know, bring some balance. Now there's a lot of people who just totally stuck in their mind and they just can't hear it. So I'm not talking to them. I don't think they make it to my channel, actually. I'm glad. Sometimes I'll go on another channel and I'll see some comments. I'm like, damn, I'm really glad. Like, they don't come here. It's really good. The law of magnetism is working that out. All right. Have a good day.